Hey guys, I'm back with some more of my record collection. Most of the records here I actually picked up at Love Garden in Lawrence, Kansas. If you are ever in the area, I highly recommend it. It's a huge place with lots of cool records. And lately they've started to get a little bit more of heavy metal records, so that's always good. They got some cats too. The cats just walk around. I'll be there looking through the records. Oh, hold on, I have to get this cat out of the way. But yeah. Okay, first record up today. Actually, kind of a funny story how I got it. My aunt actually got it for me for Christmas after I kind of like gave her a list of ideas for her, and it is actually Blasphemophager, the third command of Absolute Chaos from on Nuclear War Now. Blasphemophager is chaotic war metal kind of stuff, more kind of death metal, I think. But they're kind of the typical, the prototype Nuclear War Now band, in my opinion. Nice little insert and everything. And it's actually a picture disc with our album art on there. This album, Blasphemophager, I think the way they do that, their take on war metal or black and death metal, whatever, it's really good. It's really chaotic and frenzied. I think they do it. I kind of like it a little bit more than the just straight up assault your senses kind of approach that other war metal bands take, like Black Witchery and stuff like that. I like those bands too, but I think for my money, I'd take Blasphemophager over them. Alright. And then next, actually, I remember when I was in Love Garden in Lawrence, looking through their records. There's like their new arrivals of used records. And when I saw this, my jaw dropped because I'd never seen it before. It is the original pressing of Sleep's Dope Smoker. This album is one of my favorites in this genre for sure. I don't know if I like this more than Holy Mountain, because I really like Holy Mountain. Yeah, I forgot this one. Folds out this way, has a giant mural in there and everything. Yeah, just normal records, everything. Dope Smoker, if you don't know, is a single track, 63 minutes long. But it's kind of the go-to track for stoner, drone, doom metal. Sleep is Matt Pike from High on Fire's old band. It's Matt Pike with the guys from Ohm. They've gone and done their own stuff, but then they recently got back together. I did see Sleep at Maryland Death Fest last year. Kind of underwhelming. I think maybe because they're like on an outside stage. I really want to see them on an inside stage. I think they'd be a lot better. All right, next one is one of my very, very few non-metal records in my collection. And it is New Found Glory's Radio Surgery. For people who don't know me, I love heavy metal, but my second favorite genre is pop punk. And I don't mean pop punk like the Descendants and stuff like that. They're good, but I prefer like, radio-friendly, cheesy, goofy pop punk. This album, when it came out, this album came out around the time that New Found Glory was headlining in Kansas City, and New Found Glory was the first band I ever saw live. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So, and I couldn't find a cheap copy of it because I downloaded it, so I went to Warped Tour a couple years ago, and they had this on sale, and it came with the CD version, so I was like, okay, I got it. And I met them, they were doing some signing, and I got them to sign. I was like, hey, you're the first band I ever saw, blah, blah, all that good stuff. So it's got their signatures on there. Very good album. I would say it's probably my second favorite New Found Glory album. Super return to just fun sounding pop punk with cheesy lyrics. I love it. Love it so much. Alright, this album, again, is a Love Garden purchase. When I saw it, I actually didn't know this band, but I really like the logo, and I'm like, okay, I'll probably end up liking this. It is Denouncement Pyre, World Cremation. Denouncement Pyre is kind of like a black and death metal band, but they almost kind of remind me of almost like a death metal version of Inquisition, if that kind of makes sense. Just kind of the way they play their instruments and the vocals and everything like that. Really nicely put together. Yeah, Denouncement Pyre, pretty solid records. I actually own both of their albums. And really solid death metal, like old school Incantation, stuff like that. That's kind of what it sounds like. And lastly, I have this thick album. It is Nails, Abandon All Life. One of my favorite albums from last year. Nails is kind of spearheading the forefront of Southern Lord's attempt to get into hardcore, grindcore, power violence stuff, I guess. This whole album is less than a half hour long, but it's probably the most intense sub-half hour you'll ever hear. Really intense, hardcore, grindcore, that kind of stuff. They kind of get lumped in with, I don't know, Zabalba, Black Breath, stuff like that, but they can't touch this album. Alright, yeah, so that's all I have for today. Kind of a short video, but I'll keep it going later on with some more of my records. Alright, thanks!